Hello, everyone. This is Kumar. This is my posting for um, this week. I wanted to touch a couple topics as per the assignment um, to talk about how people are using certain products of the internet, and the first one being Wiki. I think if you look at Wikipedia and you look at wikis, you'll see one overriding theme is that they're all trying to give out information to the public. Now, those intentions are vary. Some people tell the truth in their wikis. Some people outlandishly lie. Some people share information that isn't legally theirs. Um, and so, wikis have been a way to basically communicate and allow people to communicate whatever is floating in their head in that regards. Um, I myself have used wikis. Last year, I was working for a nonprofit, and I needed people to understand how to send out newsletters and emails. So I made a wiki, and I used a screen capturing software and posted some videos and some documents and some walkthroughs. And so, I mean, in that instance, I was trying to disseminate information and give it out that way. Um, RSS feeds are very different. They're basically like news tickers, like that you see on the bottom of CNN. And what they do is that they will tell you information that has changed on a website. I myself use that for sports scores, for ESPN News, and for things like that for fantasy sports. A lot of people have different reasons what they use them for, but most people just want to get something. They want to receive information and find out what's going on in the world. Um, Mashups, I think, are really interesting. Is that I think people use them. One instance that I found is bloggers use them to get massive amounts of information from all over the internet, from the left, from the right, from independent sources, from government agencies, and then they can act on them once that all that stuff is pulled to them. It can be a really powerful tool. I think it's pretty cool and interesting and powerful if you're that kind of personality that you want to take advantage of those. Especially like in that. So in the last one that I think is interesting, the one that I think I can attest to the most, is virtual worlds. And virtual worlds are really cool. They're basically utopias in a way, that they are worlds where people are interacting in different ways with avatars who are representations of themselves, kind of like the movie, I guess. And you know, it's interesting is that there's a lot of different people in the world, and there's a lot of different virtual worlds. Some of them are based on games and real things that have entertained us. You have World of Warcraft, that's huge. You have, Star Trek, that's a big one that I've actually played with, and it's fun, but it's just very time consuming. And they all started in a long time ago with a game called Second Life, and I think that the good thing about these things is that they are entertaining and they can be fun and they can provide an escape for people that need it. Also, there are lots of people in the world that just are not able to be social in real life, and the virtual world allows them to be social when they would normally otherwise not be able to. Um, and even in some cases, I think people use it to practice and how to be social and gain those skills that hopefully to use in the real world. There are dangers with the virtual world in terms of addiction. There are people that have put hours and or inappropriate amount of time into these um, virtual worlds in their avatar. But I think it can be monitored, and I think people, for the most part, understand the limits. Just like video games and TV and movies, we all just have our vices and we stick to it. I think virtual worlds are really interesting. Is that they have their own like culture with their own rules and regulations and boundaries and etiquette that govern how they run and they work. Um, and they even have their own economy with their own kind of virtual money. Um, and along with that, they have property, digital property between themselves, and that they can either sell, trade, or give away um, for whatever reason that they want. I think um, I think we're going to see that virtual worlds are probably going to still be strong, but I think if people aren't careful, it's just going to get out of hand. But I think we're going to see them a lot with teenagers. I think we're going to see it with early 20s and even 30s. But I think at a certain point, people might grow out of them, or at least limit the amount of time that they're in them. But virtual worlds are really interesting. If you've never been in one or checked it out, I would recommend at least trying one of them. I tried one and only one, Star Trek, and just because I'm a Star Trek fan. I think, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I just unfortunately don't have the time for it. And that's the thing is that know your commitments and be responsible about them and enjoy it if that's your thing. But virtual worlds are here to stay, but I don't think they're going to be as huge of a problem as some people may think they are. So that's my posting for the week. I hope you guys like it. Thanks.